Let's see here. It's time to level up a guy, I think. I forget who I was going to level up. Who was I leveling? Was it you? There's lots of guys I want to basically level up here. Do I want to maybe make one of these guys veterans, or do I want to just keep pushing on to maybe get her up to officer status? Who knows? I think that's what I might do, though. I might just get her up to some more experience. Basically, I want to get Gabrielle here up to another rank, so basically she can get access to another passive ability that I want her to have. It also helps with her, like, you know, damage reduction and all that other stuff, I think, too. Basically, she's a lot more proficient at basically reducing her damage on herself. And that's not just, you know, with the equipment, you know, sort of like extra equipment that they get, but also it's because they get increased damage reduction, I think, as they level up. So, if I see here, it's basically your 15% attack, 50% points to defense. Basically, you get more defense and all that as you level up your guys and rank them up. Alright, I'm going to hold off on basically spending any experience, which might hurt me, but we'll see. Let's go talk to Norega. You lead your troops down towards the market where Isabel is staying with Juan Urango and some of his people. When she sees you approaching, she runs towards you. You made it. Is the palace safe? The palace is safe and the governor is alive and well. She beams. I knew you could do it. And you, did you hold the fortress? It was a good thing we were here. We were there. They hit every entrance hard. They even had the foresight to bring siege ladders. We got them. We beat them back. And Berto is fine too. What do we do now? Norego raises his swords and points towards the docks. We have pushed the remainder of Leandra's troops back to the docks. My scouts have spotted Leandra herself amongst them. If we can get to her, that will be the final strike against this rebellion. If the rest of their troops don't surrender, then we will kill them too. Then what are we waiting for? Let's finish this. Take the lead, Capitan Fuchsia. We will follow. Alright, so the final battle, so to speak. This is the final battle. Cornered. You and Norega marched your remaining troops in battle formation down the docks. Leandra Viscano and her officers have set up a small strategy post near the pier with a clothed table that must have taken from nearby fish sellers' stalls, and their troops have taken up defensive positions behind packets and barrels of foods and supplies from the ships. Leandra, come out and face me. I want to tell you something before we kill you. Leandra drives her sword and walks out between her troops. She gives her a high sneer. You put up a good fight at the palace, and I must admit, I didn't expect you to hold the fortress. You have the upper hand, but that won't be enough. It was hubris that led you here, Fuchsia, and will be happy to serve you as your nemesis. Isabella steps forward, pointing an accusing finger at Leandra. How many innocent people have died to serve your greed, you megalomania? You have created enmity and mistrust, where you should have created reconciliation. You have lured hundreds of proud Taino to their deaths, and you have murdered Spanish settlers. These people came here to find a new life, and you brought them terror, anguish, and death. Leandra's lips curls up in disgust. For a child born into strife and mistreated so consistently by everybody, you are surprisingly stubborn in your quest to make peace. When will you finally understand that nobody wants your peace? Just as nobody ever really wanted you, You think Andres abducted you because he loved your mother? He took you as a prize, a curiosity. Your mother didn't die of Spanish disease. Andres killed her when she came and begged him to give you back. Is that true, Isabella? Isabella doesn't hear you. All her attention is focused on Leandra. I forgive her my father for what he did. Leandra's sneer seems to increase in coldness. Your father, whoever your father was, it sure wasn't the hell Andres. That's why the Taino don't want you. Your conception was not consenting. You know this, of course. It seems your dear friend Capitan Fuchsia was kept out of the loop, don't you? Didn't really trust her with that information, did you? I wonder how she feels about it. That means nothing to me. Isabel's a good soul, and nothing you say will change that. Isabel is close to tears. I'm sorry, Danielle. I've lied to everyone. My whole life. Even Alberto, even myself. So basically, you can like kick her out of your thing if you want to. Or kill her. But it doesn't matter. You're my friend and my sworn. It's time to fight. Are you prepared? So she gains morale. She straightens up her back and salutes you stoically. See, Capitan. Norga points his sword menacingly at Leandra. You're finished, Viscano. You had us all fooled, and you relied on our hospitality and our generosity to receive us and attack us. Enough is enough. We will end you now. Your time is long past, old man. What a miserable existence you've led these past few years. A commander who was once so proud and fearless, who conquered all of Hispaniola and suppressed any hint of uprising from swift and precise brutality. Now here you stand, hiding behind a woman who came here to replace you. So, I'll note, by the way, if you're a man, she'll basically say the same thing. But I'm not replacing anybody. I have more important business than policing this island from scum like you. What could have possibly hoped to achieve here, Leandra? It's abundantly clear you're not fighting for freedom of Tano. And I doubt your barbed tongue will serve you well in hell, Leandra. Blah, blah, blah. Let's do this one. Tomorrow, I'm the new governor of Hispaniola. Next year, I'll be Viceroy of all Americas. You can't possibly think that King Carlos will give you sovereignty over the entirety of the New World if you have come to control Hispania in a violent coup. His Majesty will know that what I write of him. That Bernardo de Menez was a treacherous villain who tried to usurp the King's dominion over the New World. Anybody who lies to Carlos and makes me out to be some sort of traitor, well, they will not live to deliver the message. Norga sighs. I decided that I had seen enough bloodshed. I never wanted to be responsible for another death again, but you made that choice for me, and I shall have to shed more blood after all, yours. Leandra snorts constantly and turns around, walking back behind her troops' positions where she's clear. When she's clear, she raises her hand with her back still turned to you and her people open fire. So we begin battle. And now it's time for the final battle, the very final battle. For this battle, I do want to have Rita around, so want to make sure she's up and equipped. Let's see, who do I want to take equipment from? By the way, Reina lost a little bit of equipment because she got a couple critical hits on her. Worth pointing out. I think we're going to go here and take off her equipment because I don't plan to use the bow archer. Give that to you. Give that to Reina. Amazing how much equipment I've got, right? Let's give the rest of the equipment here to... we'll give it back to her. Why not? Give that to you. Alright. For this fight, we're going to bring in the officer. Gabriel will make a show again. We'll bring in Rita, and we'll bring in Rosola. I really didn't expect to have all these damn guys with me. I actually expect to have a few more casualties in that fight from before, but whatever. I'll take what I've got. Let's have Mercedes make another appearance, why not? To battle. The final battle. There is no battle after this. Alright, so here's what we've got. Over here is a man-at-arms hunter, a veteran soldier, a veteran trapper, a veteran doctor, a sergeant hunter, a man-at-arms warrior, a veteran scout, and a lieutenant soldier, Leandra Viscano. The first time we see a lieutenant in action, so here she is. She won't be very much of a fight, but she is there to, make note of. Now, basically, I don't want to rush toward these guys because they do have traps in the area. And I don't have a whole lot of barricades either, sadly. So I'm just going to drop that there. Basically, I put all my marbles into winning the last battle, and I'm glad I did win it because it is very hard to win that battle. Now it's just time to fight this battle. Alright, Rita, get over here. I'm going to charge up this way, basically. Battle formations! Sure, we'll go with that. I actually like that. Alright, so 8 enemies remain. How do I want to go about this, then? More or less, I'm not going to be able to get the first strike on these guys, by the way, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that guy can move maybe up to, like, this far. So what I want to do here is start plan for this guy a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to send you here, Rita, for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to send you down here. I'm not sure if the traps are over here or where they are, so let's send you up to here. Just look for a few traps for me, please. And there's like some cow traps, so to speak. And I actually moved you too far. Whoops. I did not mean to do that. I wonder if you can rectify that. Let's just do a test here. If I do logistics anew, and I can't do it because she's used up her moves. Okay, so note that you have to not do this, you know, after you've used up the moves of the guy. Then I'll just get over here, I guess, and take a pot shot. Weakness exposed. Send you down here. It's not like you can shoot through walls or anything, so I don't know, come over here. Can you shoot anyone over there? Don't think you can, but nah. More or less, I think we're done with or wait, she's actually behind a doctor. There's a good reason why she can't shoot anyone. But no, she still can't shoot anyone. Basically, all these guys are in cover. Alright, move you there. So, I'm gonna get attacked by that warrior and a scout here, but oh well. That'll happen. And here they come. And yeah, they're just gonna mostly run at me at this time, more or less. And you're making an odd... Okay, I expected the warrior to go after my scout, but he went after the scholar instead. That's his fault for, you know, making a stupid move. Sending that guy out there, the scout. Leandra makes an attack on Reyna. So somebody attacked Reyna at least. Alright, the scout is here. I'm gonna have veteran Rita go over here and have hi to him. So stun him. And back off. And we're just going to finish off this guy really, really fast. Really, really fast. Boink. Let's have you sneak. And go here. Boink. And you're out of the way. Now, Leandra can both reach the scout here. Of course, if I move her here, she'll be fine. She can only, unless Leandra has Strider. That's Leandra. I guess it really matter where I moved him. Okay, let's see here. You are going to basically shoot this guy. So move here. And take a shot. I basically want to watch out for a trapper in case they do the basically hailstorm ability. I don't want that happening. That will hurt. Alright, if I move close to this guy, she is going to be able to attack me, so... I guess that's worth doing, just to make this guy not be able to do Hailstorm, because they'll usually melee attack you stupidly if you get in their way. Alright, you're going to basically walk up to him, I think. Shoot! Boink! Point blank shot. Boom. Dead. And the doctor. What the heck will you do? Let's have you go here and just take a shot at this guy. Whoops, I brought the bow doctor instead of the other doctor. Not that it really matters, because you guess he's more accurate with the bow, so the doctors can actually benefit a little bit more from the bow. Let's see what they do next. And this is really the easier battle, so to speak, compared to like the other battle. You shouldn't have much trouble with this one. And she moved right next to the hunter, interestingly. I don't know if they're just being stupid on purpose or if they're trying to be smart and go next to like ranged characters. Ooh. Hitting Gabriel from over there. And he goes going to go into caltrops. Basically, this is something I basically sort of take advantage of. The CPU likes to send his guys around the barrels over here. This sort of flank you, I guess. But it won't really help you much if, you know, you put the caltrops there and it just wear down these guys over here. Right now. It's weakness exposed. And you will just back up, maybe right to here. Okay, this guy can move 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't really matter where I put it, you can't get close enough. Basically, I'm going to have her stopgap this guy a little bit. Padella. Stun Leandra. I'm going to step in his caltrops evades to try and get up behind her. Notice that there's 2 of them. One! Boink! Notice that that's only 44 compared to the 80 that the trapper took. Lieutenants do have a lot of defense, and she's a soldier on top of that, so she's really buff, so to speak. Okay, you go here. You're going to take a swipe. Here's your swipe. Oops, that's all you can move. Move down here. Finish her. And there goes the lieutenant. She's down. Battle isn't over yet, but she's down. And let's see here. Let's have you take a swipe at the guy over here. And that'll be it for your move. And you can just move, I don't know, over there. You can move back here. Whoops. I think that guy might have had Strider, unless I was too close. So now my Scholar's stunned over there, which kind of sucks. Alright, let's see here. Finish him. So you're out of the way. And I want to have someone go after the sergeant down here, I guess, so... More caltrops, Sally. I'm just going to get basically a melee range of this guy. That's as good as it's going to get. Alright, you. Rita. Get up to here. And go there. I can take a shot at the soldier with the aim shot, which gives me, you know, high chance to hit, but yeah, that's not going to help a whole lot. So what I'm thinking here is just going like here. Let's go after the hunter. Boink. And I think I'm just going to leave you right there. Marisol. Of my guys, the scout is probably the most injured. There's a doctor over there I have to watch out for. Go over here, heal up the scout. I'm gonna have you go say hi to the doctor. And yeah, Caltrop's over here too. And there goes the rest of her moves, but now she's on top of the doctor, so basically the doctor's in melee range. And Doctor's just gonna do tactical move and run away. Flee! Flee, little doctor! Ouch, Scholar took a hit. Scholar took another hit. Well, they're gonna go after him. Just strike. Do your damage. And you know what? Let's go chase down this damn doctor over here. As much as possible. Boink. You over here. One. Keep him stunned. This is going to be kind of painful, but go right here and take a shot. Oh, he missed. Nice. And basically, that'll prevent him being flanked, Rita right there. Okay, you. You are going to step here, take a shot. Oh, nice. A wick is exposed. I'll take that. And run away. And let's try this again. 1. 2. Bye-bye. Gotta love, you know, point-blank shots like that with the perk. That's probably not even the most powerful, you know, hunter ability, by the way. Point-blank shot. There's actually one that's probably more powerful than it. I shouldn't say it's more powerful, but it's pretty powerful because of, you know, hunters basically are ranged characters, and I'm not really using them as ranged way, but it's a powerful thing because if you want to use them as a ranged character, it's very powerful for it. You should probably move down here, actually. You just stay there. Boink. Boink. He runs away. Or tries to. He will not get away. Or he will get away. He moves faster than my guy. You get to see this in action. Logistics. Whoops, I need to get line of sight. Alright, just get in line of sight of Rita. Faster. Now go catch him. Whoops, I didn't kill him. Alright, you get over here and kill him. Poke. Down he goes. And there's logistics in action. You know, probably the first time I ever see it done. I can use logistics, you know, a little bit, but it's not something I use a whole lot, I find. And let's just get close and shoot these guys. Hey, wait, no, more caltrops. Yeah, take the shot there. Damn it, you didn't die, so you get the throwing daggers. And she's going to take a shot from the doctor here, but in the same breath, at least that guy's down. Okay, you go there. You go there. And you're done. One last guy to win. For the win! We're done. Amazing. I didn't lose a single battle. I didn't expect to do that in the first campaign. The battle dies down as suddenly as it began. One moment, all is mayhem, and the next is the eerie silence falls over the docks. Your troops are victorious, and only a few heavily wounded rebels are survived the battle. Look for Leandra. You order your troops to go to get your wounded to safety, while Noriga's troops apprehend the surviving enemies. Looking across the bloody aftermath of this battle, you spot Leandra lying in the dust, ragged, breathing, betraying that she is still alive. You've come to finish it. So you basically say you deserve a better fate. You're no longer fret any longer. I will spare your life. Let's do that. I'm a peace man. Leandra speaks with great difficulty, her left hand clutching her gaping wound in her abdomen, while her right hand lays uselessly at her side. I have mistook you. You are a better woman than I. Stop talking. Help will get here soon. You're misguided, Leandra, but I don't believe you're an evil at heart. I'm pretty sure she's evil at heart, but I'm just going to spoil her just because I feel like it. I betrayed everyone. Please forgive me. Everything I love. Gone. Esteban. Leandra exhales deeply, a bubbling sound escaping from her throat, and she is still. So she died. Your troops collect the valuables and equipment that you can salvage from the dead and start moving back towards the marketplace where Nora is waiting for you. And that's basically it. Got a little bit more equipment, a little bit of experience, a little bit of valuables. Drop those on people. Boink, boink. That's more or less it. You find your remaining troops in Noriga huddled together in the marketplace, struggling to open a box of wine bottles that some of Noriga's people have fetched from the cellars of Alcázar de Colón. They all tear as you join them. Noriga puts his arm around your shoulder. My dear friend, I can't express how grateful I am that God brought you to this island when you did, just in the nick of time. You have saved my life and the lives of many innocent folk in Santo Domingo. I know that in my heart. I just did what I had to do. Hopefully the governor will release my ship now. A familiar authoritative voice rings out from the north. It is done, but by my degree your ship is free to leave whenever you please, Capitan Fuchsa. Your service to the city, well... The governor walks up to you and grasps your shoulders with both hands, kissing your cheeks. We can never adequately repay you. I have ordered Conquistador the treasurer to bring all the gold, all the rations and medicine, all the military equipment that the town can spare you to your carts. Mount your expedition with the most sincere blessing, Mia Senora. Great, all I do is win a war for you. Thank you, Governor. The governor's entire demeanor has changed completely. Now that the threat of violent revolution is off his soldiers, he kisses you on his cheeks, thanks and congratulates you, and hurries off back to the palace. Danielle, my dear girl, you're incredibly invisible. I've already heard of your crushing victory over Leandra's rebels. You turn around to see a familiar shape of Umberto de Reza walking towards you. So I'm glad Isabella managed to keep you safe, Umberto. She fought well, but we fought better. She was a very misguided woman. It's a tragedy that it all came to this. He turns to Isabella. Yes, indeed, I owe you my life, you my dear girl. Isabella accepts his grateful hug, resting her hand on his white shoulders. If only we could keep you here, Danielle, as our Capitan of the Guard. But I expect you'll be leaving us soon, now that your ship has been released. Good luck no matter what you decide to do in the future. De Rosa embraces you and kisses you on the cheeks when he waddles off to help this town so clean up the mess left behind in the battle. And we get a little bit more, stuff, more equipment, valuables, medicine, rations, all that stuff. Now, before I go, I'm going to actually talk to this guy. Basically, you can leave right now, but El Hungaro. Here at the docks, you are politely addressed by a large soldier dressed in an electric panoply apparently built from an old black suit of armor repaired with scavenged pieces of plate mail. You are Capitan Daniel Fuchsa. The same. The man has a strong accent, but his syntax is impeccable. You can't quite place him, but your best guess is that his accent is Eastern European. I've been searching for you. Your actions here have earned my respect. You have me at a disadvantage. I apologize. I forget myself. My name is Laszlo Polkic. I am a mercenary. Unusual name for these parts. Where are you from, senor? I am from Hungary. I have been fighting in many wars against the Turks and as a mercenary in Italy. What might you be doing in the Spanish colony then? Word across Hispaniola is that you have been planning an expedition to the mainland. I have reasons of my own for traveling with you on this expedition. Well, if you wish to join me, you shall have to reveal that reason. There was a previous expedition, Philip Gutierrez. From what I have learned, he took 300 men to mainland in hoping to claim it for the Spanish crown, but not one of them has been heard from again. Among them was my old friend, Tarnas Seses. We served in the same company in the Hungarian army. We fought together against the peasant rebels and later as mercenaries in Italy. So you're here to find your friend? Yes, something like that. If you will have me, I will serve you well, and perhaps I will find out what happened to Tomas. So I need to know what kind of man you are. I will be happy to have you. I don't wish to bring any people along. Let's ask what type of man he is. Of course, ask and I will answer truthfully. And this is a good way to sort of like find out what type of stances this guy has. So what is your approach to conflict? So is he aggressive or is he peaceful? I am a soldier and I'm good at what I do. I feel at home on the battlefield and I respect a leader who is not afraid to use force when necessary. So basically, he likes aggressive force, so to speak. What is your most important quality in a man? That's a difficult question. I think I would say his pride. A man without pride is barely a man at all. If I may ask, what would be your answer? So you can say pride is a good answer. It would be mine as well. Compassion. Without compassion, we are just animals. Honor. A man has nothing if his work cannot be trusted. Ambition. The will and determination to succeed. Or curiosity. One must strive to learn and to explore. Let's see. Let's say I'm going to say. Well, I sort of show compassion, so let's do that. The Hungarian raises eyebrows but nods. I do not agree, but I respect that. So you fight for money. I am not a greedy man, if that is what you're asking. In fact, I abhor greed. It leads people to discard their pride and honor. I fight because I'm good at it, and it is a dependable way to make a living. A farmer never knows if their crops will survive the turn of the seasons. A mercenary knows there will always be plenty of work. So what he's telling you from this is that he's not greedy. He's actually a Truzik. He's actually the other type of, basically he likes it when you give your stuff away to people. You said you fought in Italy. I was trained as infantryman in the Fekete, the Black Army of Hungary. After the Fekete was disbanded, I traveled with my company to Italy to fight under the Condolet Bartolomeo de Avignon, whatever that means. Laszlo frowns and crosses his arms over his chest. This is where Tamas disappeared. I learned that he had joined a Spanish expedition led by Philip Gutierrez, so I traveled to Palos de la Frontier and sailed from here to Santo Domingo. As I said, I offered you my service because I hope to find Tamas on the mainland. However, as long as I travel with you, I am fully your soldier at your command. I have no more questions. Then you will have me. You have come to a decision. Basically, you can say I don't want to bring anyone along, or I'll be happy to have you come along. He places his hand on your shoulder and squeezes you slightly. Thank you, Capitan Fuchsa. You will not regret this decision. And now he joins my expedition. He picks up his trunk and boards the La Maria Teresa. So, basically at this point, that's it for the campaign. There is nothing else left with this campaign. I have completely done the first campaign. And I didn't get enough experience, damn it, to get my Gabriel here up to, what I needed to be, 600. But whatever, we did enough. And there's this guy here, so Laszlo Pollock, the Hungarian mercenary, is a powerful built man who looks particularly imposing in his black police mail armor. He was trained in Hungary's Black Army and fought against the Turks as well as the peasant rebellion. After the dissolution of the Fekete, his company struck out on his own and he traveled to Italy to fight as a mercenary. Now he's come to the New World, searching for his old friend, Tamas Serez. And as you can see, he's aggressive, altruistic, and proud. So, awesome things for a soldier to have. And we'll just give you all your equipment here. Make him nice and, stable. I'm not sure if we'll level him up at all, but he's there to use as necessary. Good thing I had, Castella's having all this stuff on her. She would have gone to the battle equipment list if I hadn't, put all this stuff on her. Let's give you this stuff, I guess. And pretty much at this point, that's the end of this, that's it for it. There is nothing left of the first campaign. We have won. So, at this point, I'm just going to save. And we're just going to call this, end of, campaign 1. And let's go to the main menu. Alright, so I feel at this point it's worth knowing. Alright, The game crashed. So anyhow, what I was saying before it crashed. At this point, pretty much of Expedition Conquistador, you've basically watched the entirety of like the first campaign of me basically playing through it. And there is a second campaign for like Mexico here. But the thing is, at this point, I basically have gone through this campaign. I've had like I think 3 or 4 crashes, like including the last one right there that has happened. And I'm thinking that this will be it just for this Let's Play. I may come back to Expedition Conquistador to do the second campaign, but the thing is, unless I get like a better computer, maybe run this game, it's sort of like Space Hulk, where it's just frustrating to play, and it might just be best to leave it here, and that'll just be it. So for now, I hope you've enjoyed, and basically take care.